Hi, it's Hans at happierman.com. Today's topic is use all means necessary to do your planning. Uh, you planning your life is so important that you just have to continually refine how you do your plans to make sure that you're continuing to make progress on your life. So I do a lot of writing just with a pen and pen on paper. That's one method to plan. In addition to that, I have a planner book where I put, the calendar, the weekly, the daily, weekly, monthly, yearly stuff. I write things in there. That's part of the planning. And in some of those cases, it's tentative, so I might use a pencil instead of a pen, or cross things out as they go, but still the writing method. But in addition to that, I've recently, within maybe the last year or two, started spreadsheet planning, and that's a pretty handy method also. It gives you, it's easier to cut and paste, copy and paste, move stuff around. It's easier to add things in as you go. So I do see the value in the spreadsheet. It's not like a database, just like an Excel spreadsheet or something similar. And you can it is a pretty handy method. I have to admit, I kind of resisted this method, but in this last year or so, I've made enormous amounts of planning, transferring my notes. Not really transferring, I kept my notes where they were, but I made extensive plans in my spreadsheet of how I'd like my life to look. What do I want to do this month, the months down the rest of the year, next year, that kind of thing. And some of the things you do on a yearly basis, this year you might do a similar thing next year, so you can just easily copy all of that into your next year's plans. And I've got just it's a lot of fun. It's a lot more fun than worrying about sports or politics or what so and so should be doing, because you have direct control over your life, and your direct control should be making all your fun plans. Whatever kind of self-improvement you think you may need to work on, you work on it. Whatever things you're doing that are good, just make a note and continue doing them. For example, right now, everything is going so smooth, kind of my main plan is to keep doing what I'm doing. And then if something starts going amiss, awry, if I start getting unhappy, I start running into problems, well, then I'll, backtrack and figure out what the problem is and do something about it. But that's kind of the beauty of the whole planning and trying to make your normal feeling that I'm darn happy about life. I'm very happy with how it's going. I don't really have any issues or problems to work on. That's the ultimate thing, I think. And the more I do this, the happier I get with it. So, give that planning idea. If you don't spend any time planning your own life, I don't think you're serious about trying to make an improvement. The planning is everything to me, the planning and the execution, right? But if you don't at least plan, well, how do you expect to make any progress on your life, whatever it needs to be? All good things, they do take some time to accomplish, right? Leaving your wife will take an enormous amount of energy and all the steps that are required to go through. Changing jobs, getting a new job, making improvements to your work life, making improvements to your finances, to your fitness, to your health, to relationships. All those things take planning. And the way you plan is, the classic way of pen and paper and calendarizing it out in a planner book, and then also making use of the power of the computer spreadsheet to help you. So give that idea some thought. All for now.